just breathe. Fight for the power. Stand your ground, don't let it go. Fight for the power. Can't be scared when you're in the dark. You should never let the fear make you run away. Fire still burning for another day. Fight for the power. I get the run.
Pushes it in.
Oh, he's got another one! He's got another one!
Oh, wow!
As that ball bounces across the middle, he is onside.
Strong last 4 minutes of the first half. Pause.
Let's go. Hey, when we get the ball back, punish them.
Now place your bets, I'm feeling. Your choice, your fall, your prison. Make no mistake, I'm your friend. Made from the cloth of 1,000 giants. I live a little danger.
In traffic with the and one. Going right, passing left. There's a touchdown pass to Strickland.
Raise your flag or even the score. Take your shot, ready for more. Surrender, there is no other choice. Set my soul free now. Light it up on fire. Bet on me, I got you. Pick a number.
Castle with a block downfield. Breaks the tackle. Stiff arm.
Hope wins! An unbelievable comeback by the Dutch.
He turns that charm off. 1 second.
I get the Hey, if I do it, then I'm doing it to death. Oh, yeah. I'm influencing the ones that do it best. Oh, yeah. Started moving with the crew. You got a few, we got a slew. We trying to do what they said that we couldn't do. Oh, yeah. I ain't living with regrets. Ain't no limits, ain't no rest. They want money, power, respect. I want more, I wanna be blessed. We want the legacy. We got the hope and we bringing the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We want the blessing. If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. Kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, you know I do it for the glory. Hey, the glory. Hey, hey, when I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory. For the real, I know how they used to feel. Now I'm here up in the field, making these moves, making these deals. I made something out of nothing. I ain't bluffing, no discussion. Look at the numbers, I've been hustling. Little rough around the edge.
Live from DeVos Fieldhouse for this edition of the Hope Calvin rivalry game. Before we get started here, we're going to throw it over to an interview we got packaged for you all between Alan Babbitt, Sports Information Director, and Coach Morehouse here at Hope College.
Happy New Year, Brian. I'm sure you had the last couple weeks time to enjoy your family, but I would imagine as a coach, reflect on your basketball team's journey to this point, 10-1, top 10 ranked in the nation. What jumps out to you about this team right now?
Yeah, I like our depth. I like that we're variable. We can play a lot of different players at a lot of different positions right now. And I think that we don't just have to rely on one person getting X number of points. We spread it around. I think we're solid defensively with a chance to get a lot better over the course of the next month and a half. So overall, really, really pleased with just our growth throughout the season.
An unusual stretch here with going 2 weeks, roughly 2.5, maybe even without games. How do you prepare your team for that, to be able to rest and recoup, but also be ready to find that competitive rhythm that you need?
Sure. It's a challenge. Luckily we've got a very good deep team, 1 through 16. I think that we're very good. So our practices hopefully simulate game type situations as much as possible. I think the competitiveness within our basketball program shines through every day in practice. So we're hoping that although we had a layoff and hopefully a mental reset and a physical reset, we hope there's not too much rust that we've got to kick off.
Obviously hungry to it's the rivalry, which doesn't need much either, but then they got you last time, ending an amazing run by you guys, 20 wins in a row. New game, new teams, new season, but what are the keys to the victory today? Because I know you guys want to get back and pull closer in this rivalry that's just 4-game difference.
Absolutely. I think big games like this come down to rebounding so many times. I think it comes down to just like handling the moment. I think there are times when the game gets really fast for one or the other teams, and you want to be the team that is sort of the calm within the chaos. And then I think, thirdly, I think it's just important that when you get a great shot, that you make a shot. And I know that sounds like very basic basketball, but there are going to be open shots in this game for them and for us. And I think it's important to capitalize when you get a good look.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Lucas Shelton alongside Matt Wayner on this edition of the Hope Calvin rivalry game. What a fantastic one we have ahead of us. No place I'd rather be than here next to you, Lucas, for this 10-1 Hope College team hosting 7-4 Calvin Knights.
Yeah, really exciting game here as these teams are looking to get off on a strong foot in MIAA play. And Matt, looking at kind of the history of the rivalry, if we look back, over the last 7 or so years, truly Hope has dominated this rivalry. Some close games early on. If we look in that kind of 2020 to 2022 timeframe, some 40 to 50-point wins for them. Got that win streak up to 20, but last February, Calvin was able to right the ship. They knocked off Hope College in the MIAA tournament, which was a big win for them to kind of steer things along. If we look over the last couple of years, they've been knocking on the door. They've had some really good performances about Hope closing that gap a little bit, but finally 66-62 was that win they had on the 28th of February this past year. In that game, Saul and Fernandez, 2 players still on this Calvin roster. Saul had 20 points, Fernandez was 16. Anna Richards led the way for Hope with 15 points. So players we're all going to see here again. But Matt, big thing to talk about in this game, we kind of heard through the grapevine, Fernandez for Calvin out this afternoon. One of their leading scorers. That's a big hit for them in this basketball game.
A massive hit and a huge storyline here in this one. Fernandez, 15.4 points per game. 2025 all MIAA first team. She was third team all region last year as well. And this season, I mean, she's just been awesome. She's been the straw that stirs the drink.
Player.
And this Calvin team, I mean, they have 2 top 10 wins. A massive win against Bodo and last week.
You said it. Yep.
And then the one earlier this season, who was that?
Well, you said it, Matt.
Both, Whitewater.
Yeah, right. Both teams coming off great kind of winter break wins. Hope went down to Atlanta, wins over Oglethorpe. They won that one 68-57, and Pacific University 72-52. And you just hinted at it. Calvin coming off 2 huge wins with a trip out to Maine, win over Tufts, who historically is always a great basketball team in the MIAA, in D3 women's basketball, and then Bowdoin as well, 61-51. They were ranked number 6 at the time when Calvin beat them. So they're coming off of a hot little streak here. They're looking to start their own win streak, against this Hope College team. Now Hope doesn't want to get it any further, so should be an incredible basketball game we got here this afternoon.
Yeah, with Fernandez out, that's going to be Jamie Custer, the sophomore, that will march into that starting lineup for Calvin. And a little bit of the history here, Lucas. I mean, all-time streak, it has been close as all get out. Calvin leads 72-68 in those matchups. Hope's longest win streak, like we said, those 20 games between 2018 and 2025. Calvin's longest win streak, just one more, 21 games between 1966 and 1979. So last time played, like you said, Calvin was able to break that streak in the tournament. And how about Hope then ending their chance of being able to make the NCAA tournament last year? And this year, I mean, both these teams very good. Calvin had been knocking on the door of a top 25 team. They were number 25 as recent as December 1st, and they were just knocked out last week. But we'll see, especially with a win here today, and they could be able to march their way back into it.
Yeah,
Hope, on the other hand, number 9 in the country.
Right. We talk about that series. Actually, right now we're gonna turn it over to PA announcer Darren Dystemars for anthem and starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, if so desired, please join me, Darren Dystemars and Rick Dystemars, in the singing of our national anthem. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the lost birds singing in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Boss Fieldhouse here on the campus of Hope College for today's MIAA contest between the Knights of Calvin University and your Hope College Flying Dutch. Here tonight's starting lineups. First for the Knights at 1 forward, 5'2" junior from Grand Rapids, number 23, Caitlin LaRue. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 5'10" senior from Ryerson, number 25, Sydney Fisk.
At 1 forward for the Knights, a 5'10" junior from Ludington, number 34, Ryan Rohr. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 6'1" sophomore from Hudsonville, number 34, Maddie Petrulia. Starting at center for the Knights, a 6'1" junior from Grand Rapids, number 24, Hannah Saul. And at center for the Flying Dutch, a 6'2" sophomore from DeWitt, number 20, Leah Richards. At 1 guard for the Knights, a 5'8" junior from Lake Orion, number 12, Chloe Wiggers. And at 1 guard for the Flying Dutch, a 6' sophomore from DeWitt, number 10, Anna Richards. And at the final guard spot for the Knights, a 5'8" sophomore from Galena, Ohio, number 21, Jamie Custer. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutch, a 5'8" junior from Grand Rapids, number 22, Taryn Maynard. Calvin University is coached by Mark Christner. Hope College is coached by Brian Morehouse. Your officials this evening, Raleigh Madison, Earl Reedy, and
back here on Glendevet Van Wieren Court. And we just finished up, Lucas, that Glen Van Wieren Classic for the men's, and what a great 4 games that was, hosting Wash U, Muskingum, and Olivet here for the Hope men's team, and a great showing out for those teams, and great to see Glen Van Wieren and the legacy that he has here at Hope College. And how about a fantastic day here at DeVos, 3 games in a row and some great basketball.
A lot of hoops, exciting basketball. Here we've got coming up our nightcap, finishing off this one, and what better way to do it than with the rivalry?
That's right. So, of course, Fernandez out that we talked about. And in her place is Jamie Custer, number 21, the sophomore from Galena, Ohio. So there we go at the top. That's Saul marking up with none other than Leah Richards. Leah, what a fantastic season she's had so far.
And that's going to be the matchup to watch this afternoon. Saul having a great year already, and what can Richards do to kind of counteract that?
Calvin's going to get the tip in the hand of Wiegers here. Starting up offense for Calvin. Off-ball action, gets the ball down. It's going to be Rohr out to three-pointer by LaRue to start things off.
With confidence for Calvin so far, just steps into that corner triple, buries it. Veteran move there.
Going the other way, Anna Richards picks up her dribble, dish out to Petrolia, stop and pop. Yeah, there's 2.
If she can get to her spot off the dribble, she's got a pretty looking jump shot, Matt. That's something that she is always looking to do on the offensive end of the floor.
Petrolia, 2 years here at Hope College, transferred in from University of Chicago. There's Saul, top of the key. Puts the ball on the floor, picks it up. Trying to get the ball away, and it's stolen by Hope. Stolen by Maynard. Going the other way, Leah Richards. Blocked by Saul. Rejection.
And just a little slow there for Hope College. All credit to Hannah Saul for getting back and swatting that one away, but Richard just kind of slowed up just a little bit. Want to see a little bit quicker. You got to know someone's coming up on your tail to try to knock that one away. Great job by Saul.
I'm sure she heard footsteps there, and here's the entry pass. Gets in to Maynard. Left side, picks up her dribble. Gets it out to Petrolia. She can hit that 3 if she wants to. Over to Anna Richards. High ball screen, going to work now. Leah puts the ball on the floor with room, blocked again, guided by Saul.
And so far, Saul is winning that battle, right? Hannah Saul 2, Leah Richards 0 after that one. 2 great looks for Leah Richards, but Saul just able to be a little bit faster and make sure those were not going in.
It's the matchup you talked about. Saul here with 2 blocks, the junior from Grand Rapids Christian. And she was so good defensively last year in this game as well. Maynard with a step. Richards, 3-point try, money!
Anna Richards answers, big 3 for Hope College there as they regain the lead.
Anna and Leah Richards, the twin sophomores from Lansing. State champions as well. Gonna cap off with an MIAA championship. Batted off the hands in the hands of Rohr. That one's short, and Saul's trying to get the ball off of Leah Richards' hands, but here's Hope basketball. Maynard going the other way. Gets a step on Wiegers and gets it to go.
No hesitation from Taryn Maynard there. She knew she wanted to get to the hole and just bullies her way in there. Great take.
Wiegers setting up offense now. And Lucas, anything you see so far, I mean, with Fernandez not out there, is there anything that pops out to you for Calvin?
I mean, quick pace of play, honestly, by both teams so far. Calvin is kind of looking, they got a quick, good first 3, but looking to kind of find themselves offensively as we got another triple try here. Knocks it down, Wiegers on that one, so 2 big buckets for this Calvin offense.
Big corner 3 there by Wiegers to get that going. 7-6 here, great pace of play so far, and Coach Morehouse going to the bench. Top of the key, Anna Richards. The moment has just not been too big for her all year or last year as a freshman. Anna thought about the 3, puts it down with her left, gets it out to Maynard. Maynard bobbling, Calvin wanted the travel. Deep 3 for Anna, can't get it to go.
And deep in the shot clock there, not a terrible look from Anna Richards. I mean, you're obviously looking to try to find something in your offense, but she got a good look at it, had to throw it up there with just 1 to 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
The one sub in here for Calvin, that's Lydia Saul coming in. And then for Hope College, that's freshman DeSmit and Lauren Leach. Those two kind of been Leach, that senior leader that's coming off the bench, but those two really played somewhere in that 16 to 20 minute range for Hope, something they've needed. Here's a steal by Leah Richards.
And Saul is hurt, Matt. She looks like she is in pain at the other end of the floor. That's Hannah Saul.
That's why they're playing with 4 right now. Hope trying to get the easy bucket. They do, and then we'll get an injury timeout, and that does not look good.
Hate to see that, Matt. It looked like there wasn't even really a lot of contact, too. Hate to see that for anyone to go down.
That's a tough look. She's holding her knee, and that's going to be our signal. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a minute.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper. They're challenged to find their calling and shape their future. They're taught to empower their talents, chase their dreams, and encouraged to make a difference. The Hope student body is ready to change the world.
Cancer, we're coming for you. Parkinson's, your days are numbered. Alzheimer's, we're zeroed in on you too. Because at Van Andel Institute, the world's best minds are working relentlessly to eradicate these diseases forever. By advancing the boldest innovations, achieving breakthroughs, and transforming lives. Because the most powerful way to fight diseases, never stop fighting. Van Andel Institute, innovation unleashed.
Some call it naive, others call it foolish. But hope has never been silenced by doubt. Hope is the unquiet heart, stirring, pounding, driving us towards something greater. It leans into what's wrong and lifts up what's right. It teaches, learns, discovers, imagines what could be, and brings it to life.
Back here at DeVos, you could hear a pin drop, Lucas, and just not what you want to see. Is that's Hannah Saul going down, and she'll be out of this game.
Yeah, it looked like a knee injury, and you hate to see that for anyone. And you know, in good hands, the athletic training staff, but just a tough start for them. Kind of a non-contact injury too. Didn't look like there was a ton there.
And turnover there. Coming in. That's Custer that comes back in the ball game, and the turnover, and Rohrer as well re-enters the game. Nice pass down to Petrolia, just stolen by Custer. They're going to get a jump ball.
A great job by Custer there, not to pick up the foul, just to get 2 hands on that ball, hold it down. So jump ball is going to stay at this end of the floor with Hope.
Petrolia here controlling the inbounds. Now Calvin playing down Hannah Saul as well as Anna Fernandez. Not what you want to see.
Yeah, the two best players on their team. So tough start for them. We'll see what they can do to rally. They are a deep team, so definitely not out by any means in this one. They have the bench to do it.
Smith trying to go to work there. And Petrolia sets up for 3. Deep try. That one's a miss. It's going to stay off the hands of Rohrer. So Petrolia just kind of a late shot clock desperation shot there. As Calvin, a lot of credit to them, what they're doing right now on ball defense.
Yeah, just trying to make things difficult. Hope hasn't really gotten any clear looks so far. They've had to work for everything, which is exactly what you want to do if you're the Knights.
Sammy DeKuyper, the senior, checks in from Rockford. You're in for the Knights. Anna Richards, lefty. Can't get that to go. Nice defense by Lydia Saul. DeKuyper picks up her dribble. Gets it out to Rohrer, down to Saul. Saul going to work on the double team.
Great move by her, a little fake up and over. Able to get that one to go. Saw the defender fly by. Lydia Saul getting it done at both ends of the floor.
Kind of replacing Hannah's offense there. She knows that's what she's got to do. Coach Morehouse going to the bench again. Leah trying to get the ball down, and I think they're going to get Custer on the foul there. after the injury, kind of some of that pace starting to slow down, things settle in, and still feel some nerves from some of the freshmen and sophomores trying to ease into this game.
And getting some subs coming in for Calvin, number 10, Emma White, the senior out of Grand Rapids. And on the Hope side of the ball, Chloe Brunsberg, Katie Blasey, and Bailey Stewart for the first time this afternoon.
Bailey Stewart, the freshman, who's just been kind of a spark off the bench. She can fill it up. She's been good defensively, and she's really confident. There she is on the right side, puts the ball on the floor with her left through contact. They're going to get a foul on the ground. Coach Christner thinking that it's a travel, as you can see him.
I know, motion. It looked a little awkward, Matt. It's one of those that maybe could have gone both ways. But Emma White checks into the basketball game and picks up the quick foul.
Inbounds into Bailey Stewart. Fresh shot clock here. Left side gets it down to Leach. Leach, the senior, trying to go to work on Lydia Saul with space. Yeah.
Man, great move by Lauren Leach. I love that. She knew she was not at a height advantage there. Kind of fakes, creates a little bit of space with the body, able to get that one off the glass. Great move.
She's confident. She's played in this game 6 times and knows who she wants to be for Hope. Knows her role off the bench. They're going to get an offensive here. Let's see who they get. They're going to get Rohr on the offensive foul, and that's going to be our first media timeout. So we'll take a break again. Hope College leads 11-8. We'll be back after this. Here to play in the first. Lucas, 11-8 is the Hope College lead. We see Hannah Saul walking on her own, which is a really good sign. You can hope and pray that that's not something too serious. She's going to be checked out by Tim Caberna here from Hope, as well as the Calvin athletic trainer. So we hope for the best for her as well in her junior campaign.
Yeah, obviously don't know what that means for the rest of this game, but hope it's not impactful for her the rest of the season by any means. Seeing her walk off on her own accord is definitely a good sign.
You can see the heart and soul start to come out of this Calvin bench, though. And that's DeSmit driving, getting it to go.
Love that by DeSmit. We've seen a couple games so far this year trying to find her way as a freshman, but that looks so confident out of her going to the hole.
Kuiper coming off that high ball screen of Rohr. Here's Lydia Saul driving now. Nice move with confidence. Just racks right past Katie Blasey.
Man, that is just such a strong take from the elbow as a forward like that, able to one dribble, get to the hole. So dominant by her on the offensive end.
Bailey Stewart just a little bit out of sorts there. She gets a turnover. Sid Viss is going to come back in. You love from Sid Viss, the senior. She looks at Bailey. She says, hey, slow down.
Right. That's what you need, someone out there, leadership that's been in this position before, can be like, hey, we're good. It's just any other game, right? There's a lot of emotions in this one, but we're good. It's just one play. Let's move on.
Feels like just yesterday we saw Sid Viss in that position as a freshman come in, be the one that's able to score. Let's see where this foul is.
They got Blasey. Blasey number 5. And Blasey's someone, Matt, that if you've been following us this season, we've talked about quite a bit. Looking back kind of end of November, she was able to step into a bigger role with Grayson Guy going down with an injury, and she's made the most of it. Now she's seeing minutes in games like this where she maybe wouldn't have if she hadn't stepped into that role.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's been somebody that, like you said, Guy, you kind of expected to play 12 to 15 minutes a game off the bench. Otherwise, it's been Blasey. He's kind of come in and spared Leah Richards. There's a three-point try way off the mark. That one taken by Emma Whitty. Right side. Maynard gives it up to Sid Viss, trying to go to work now on Saul with the left. Too strong. Rebound by Whitty. Cross court there to LaRue. LaRue trying to get a step on Brunsberg. Brunsberg hedges over. Good defense there by Maynard and Brunsberg going the other way. Maynard with the left, three-point try. Leach off the mark. That was halfway down.
Great look by Lauren Leach there, just unable to connect. Did everything right except for finding the bottom of the basket.
Another turnover by Calvin, puts the ball in Hope's hands. There's Brunsberg. Sid Viss thought about a three and just hesitated.
A little too quick there, happy feet on that one. Just basketball body was moving faster than the feet were.
Petrolia and Anna Richards check back in, and let's see who that is. That's new for Calvin is Ashley Reardon, the junior from Caledonia.
Great hands by Maynard there to tip that one up. It's going to stay at this end with the jump ball call, but Taryn Maynard trying to get things happen defensively, tips that one up, creates things, just makes them a little bit difficult.
And with the absence here for Hope, last year was Jada Garner playing a lot of those starting minutes. And what have you seen from Taryn Maynard so far this year? She's kind of stepped into that starting role.
Yeah, definitely just stepped into a bigger role. Obviously had to have, but something that we're watching Josie Smith kind of try to figure out as this year goes on. But Maynard just has looked so much more confident and composed, right? She's had to run the offense. She's had to kind of command control of this team. As we watch her go down there, just a little out of control, falls away. But Maynard just a very confident basketball player. She knows what she can do, and she doesn't overdo it either. She knows her role on this team and what she can facilitate.
Right, she just kind of lost the basketball there. She's trying to get her footing, be able to give it a kick out or a kick down. But instead, it's a turnover there for Hope, and Leah Richards all but gets it back.
Very active hands so far from this Hope College team on defense. They're just making everything difficult.
Ball into Rohr. Rohr scoreless so far. That's Wiegers with a handoff, and they're going to get an offensive.
And that's the second offensive we've seen from Calvin so far this afternoon.
So that's Emma Whitty. She's going to have to come out, so they're checking in. It's Gabby Hallowell, the sophomore from Charlotte, Lansing Catholic graduate. Just a weird momentum in this game so far, Lucas.
Absolutely.
Don't know if it's the lull of the men's game went about 30 minutes longer than expected. So we're still settling into things here. That's Anna Richards going to be called for the travel there. 13-10, Hope College leads.
Both teams were out to a hot start, but kind of just quieted down here a little bit over these last couple minutes, looking to find a spark at either end of the floor.
Kind of wondering who's going to punch somebody else in the mouth, and there's a steal by Sid Viss. Other way, Leah Richards, left side, yeah!
Great job by Viss just to throw that ahead, let her teammate run onto that basketball. Leah Richards stuck with it, easy left-handed layup for her.
That's awesome. I mean, how about that defense right now by Hope? Forcing turnovers. Here's Reardon, top of the key, picks it up, gets it down to Jamie Custer, and they're going to get a Hope foul.
And they're going to get Maynard with that one, and I don't know on that one, Matt. It just looks like, you know, just a little bit out of control. Custer was trying to get something
Sid
done.
Thought it was on her, too.
Right. I don't know if Maynard was the right call on that one, but she picks it up. That's just her first, though, of this basketball game.
She comes out. DeSmit comes back in. Like you said, really important. The freshman DeSmit starts to really figure out what her role is going to be as that first guard off the bench. Right wing three-pointer. Rims out. Three-pointer try by Hallowell. Gets a rebound. Back to Rohr. Nice spin. Yeah, and the easy two. Rohr gets her first bucket of the game. Anna Richards thought about a three. Hope quickly moving with pace. Nice pass down to DeSmit. Leah Richards with the rebound. She's fouled. That one's going to be on Brian Rohr. So she checks out again. She's got 2 fouls, and they're going to need her.
Great job by Richards to stick with it on that play. You know, that first attempt that she missed, it's one you kind of want back. Easy open left-handed layup, unable to get it, but gets her own rebound, draws the foul. So 2 free throws for her.
We're on the bench with 2 fouls here with a minute to play in the first, and it's not good news for Calvin. She plays 24 minutes a game, averages over 10 points a game, and with Fernandez, your leading scorer on the bench, Rohr is kind of your second best option.
right? And with Saul now down too, so going to be looking to a lot of other figures to get things going.
Hope now with a 5-point lead. And slow going on the offensive end here in this first, and another turnover. Stolen by DeSmit, going all the way. Oh, just out of reach for Leah Richards.
And great idea there by Josie DeSmit, just like you said, a little bit out ahead. Something I love by Josie DeSmit there, that's a veteran move. Eyes were up the entire time. She never was looking down. She knew where all of her teammates were. Not able to connect on that pass, but you can see the court vision from her.
Uyghurs here getting going on the left side, gives it up to Raritan. Raritan puts the ball on the floor. Kick out there. That one's to Howell. Howell driving on this, and it's stolen by Leah Richards. How about these defensive numbers by Hope, Lucas? This ball on the floor now with space on Saul, off the mark. Rebound by Raritan.
I don't like that shot, Matt. Early in the shot clock, just contested, falling away from the hoop. You want to look for a better opportunity there. On a little bit of a run, you want to extend your lead, and that's just an ill-advised shot.
Stat of the game so far, Lucas, as we're wrapping up here. This first quarter, Calvin with 8 turnovers through 1. Uyghurs on the left, off the mark, rebound by Leah Richards. A slow-going first quarter so far here from DeVos. 17-12 is the Hope College lead. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back to break down that first quarter.
Gentex is a tech company supplying electro-optical products to the global automotive, aerospace, and fire protection industries. With focused competencies in design, vision, displays, software, and more, we're always looking for engineering talent. For our direct hire hourly production positions, we run open interviews Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 at our 58 East Riley facility in Zeeland. And our facilities, benefits, and culture are everything you'd expect from a world-class employer. Now's the time to join Team Gentex.
If I do it, I'ma do it for the glory. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna do it for me. I kill it every day up in the morning. It's a blessing, so I do it for the glory. The glory, the glory, you know I do it for the glory. The glory, when I do it, yeah, I do it for the glory.
Second quarter just about to start here. Lucas Shelton and Matt Wayner. No place we would rather be than DeVos Fieldhouse, and starting to get some energy up in this building. Lucas, what do you say? 17-12 is the Hope College lead, and like we've talked about, the story so far being Hannah Saul has been out there in the first few minutes, and Fernandez not being in there to start, as she was not in the starting lineup, didn't travel with the team today as well. From what we understand, she's just ill and not playing in this game. So Hope College here, really the one that kind of needs to answer the bell.
Right. I mean, it's, you know, you hate to see it for Calvin, but those 2 best players out, so what can Hope do with that now? They got to get something going as, you know, Saul stepped into a big role right now, just making her presence known. Great job by her.
I love that. I mean, Lydia Saul just answering the bell, and the other way, Chloe Uyghurs, and 1.
So we come out of that, you know, quarter break there where it looked like Hope was starting to kind of get in a rhythm, get on a little bit of a run, and Calvin answers. And you watch Lydia Saul out here, she is doing everything right at both ends of the floor, Matt.
That is just so tough by them. Lydia Saul getting that rebound, going out in transition. Uyghurs completes the 3-point play. That's what you want to see if you're a Knight fan. But here's Hope looking to respond. Top of the key, Leach. Right side to Smith. Smith surrounded by ball screens. She'll take the one on the left with Leah. Gets it down to Petrolia. Fading away. Would have loved to see her go right through that. Leach thought she was fouled on the rebound. But now they got 5-on-4. Leach gets her way back. Saul gets it to Raritan. Raritan, 2-point try off the mark. Leah Richards board. Smith moving with pace. Coach Morehouse wants to keep pushing that. There's Anna Richards, 3-point try off the mark. Rebound brought down by Custer.
So quick pace of play here to get this second quarter started by both teams. We'll see who it kind of advantages. Right now it's looking like Calvin so far, but there's another turnover right as I say it, and that's been, you know, the Achilles heel for Calvin so far in this game is shooting the ball pretty well, just not getting the shots because they're turning the ball over.
And just like that, nice pass down to Leah Richards.
That sister connection, Matt, Anna to Leah on that one.
What a blessing to have those two in the orange and blue. Uyghurs going the other way. Kick out, Raritan, 18-footer off the mark. Rebound by DeSmit, moving with pace again. Out to Leach. Right side drive, Petrolia. Yeah, gets that one. Hope now 6-point lead.
And you mentioned a couple possessions ago, I like to see her be aggressive and go right towards the hole. You know, she likes to kind of fade away, get that jump shot off, but on that one, aggressive, right down the baseline, able to get the two.
Calvin trying to stay with Hope's pace, and that's not really playing to their advantage at the moment. Right. So here's Anna for that high ball screen, driving right by Raritan. No.
And Hope
rebound by Lydia Saul.
Hope historically always been a team that likes to play with pace. That's what they do. That's what Coach Morehouse, you know, really gets on them for. Get the rebound, go. Let's beat teams down the floor. And so that's what they're starting to pick up and do here in this game.
Plays to their advantage because he's going to go 10 deep tonight, and a steal by Leah. Leah the other way with the right. She's fouled on the way up by Custer.
Got a lot of contact on that one. Leah was kind of leaning in on her a little bit there, you know, trying to initiate that contact, but able to draw the foul on Custer on that one. Her second of the basketball game here.
Another steal. 7 steals by Hope.
Man,
pretty
impressive job defensively, and we're seeing a lot of tipped, even deflections if they're not coming away with steals. Long reaches by the Richards sisters. They're just making things difficult. We've watched Taryn Maynard try to get in, get some steals.
9 points off turnovers for Hope. Kind of been the story of the game. Calvin has 0. Leah gets both to go. Hope up 8. Feel like they're not totally done with their run yet as they check in some new subs here. Brunsburg comes back in, and that's Jillian Sorrell, the freshman, for her first minutes from Grand Haven. Nice take there by LaRue. Can't get it to go. Here's Sorrell in transition. Picks up her dribble, gets it out to Brunsburg. Sorrell, as we talked about, she's starting to play a little bit more here for Coach Morehouse, and Maynard with the left.
Great take by Taryn Maynard, and that's going to force a timeout by head coach Mark Christner for Calvin.
Coach Christner is going to take that timeout, so we will as well. Hope College with a 10-point lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back here at DeVos, Hope College leads Calvin University by 10 points. As the stats update online here, Lucas, Calvin 12 turnovers here so far. The first 13 minutes of action. Hope College just 5 turnovers. And Hope been able to score 13 points off turnovers, and that's a big reason they're going to have this lead so far here.
Yeah, I mean, Calvin's shooting the ball well, 40% from the field, 40 from 3, but we talked about there's just kind of that even shot opportunity disparity because of all those turnovers. Hope is just making everything difficult on the defensive end.
There's another freshman, as we talked about. It was Bailey Stewart to start. Now Sorrell playing some minutes here in the middle of this second quarter. See what she can produce. As you know, that's something Coach Morehouse really wants to get as many freshmen valuable minutes so they feel more and more comfortable when it's their time. As we talked about, Garner graduates, Maynard has to fill that spot once again.
And another
That's
turnover, Another turnover for this Calvin team. And again, we're looking at deflections there. Kind of off Maynard. She got a hand up to make that one difficult. Bounce towards the baseline. Another turnover for Calvin.
So that sub checking in for Calvin on the turnover. That's Lindsay Minderhoud. She's a sophomore from Covenant Christian High School out in Grand Rapids. Maynard, top of the key here, gets the ball down to Leah. Leah going to work on Rohr. Almost stolen by LaRue. Back in the hands of Maynard. Gets it out to Leach, right side Brunsburg. Just stolen. They're going to get a jump ball there. Great D by LaRue.
Yeah, great job by her just to make things difficult, gets hands on there. That one tipped around a little bit. Going to go Calvin's direction this time, so they're able to force the turnover.
Katie Blasey checks in for Leah Richards, and that's Sid Viss checking back in for Chloe Brunsburg. LaRue gets the ball into Hallowell. Hallowell heading up offense now. Sammy DeKuyper, three-point try. Nothing but net.
And Calvin needed that one here to kind of get things going on this end. Lead crept out for Hope to 10. Calvin able to respond there. Cuts it to 7.
Needed that like air so they can stay in this game. And Lazy.
And that's just tip. Got to get that one.
Just getting the ball stripped from Rohr. And here's Sorrell now. Going to work, right side. Picks up her dribble out to Blasey. Down to Viss. Viss going to work on LaRue. Sets up with strength.
Great job by Sid Viss. She knew where she was on the floor. Got to that left block. Little turnaround jump shot. Gets that one off the glass.
Hallowell early shot clock. Settles for the 18-footer. Off the mark. Viss thinks about a 3. Puts the ball on the floor. Trying to move with strength. And taken by Blasey and stolen back there.
And that's when Sydney Viss dribbled right into a triple team. There was 3 defenders there. Got to give that one up. Had Blasey almost came away with an easy bucket if she could have held on to that, that loose ball there, but got to get rid of that one when you got 3 people collapsing on you.
Viss might have just been looking for the foul there.
Right.
Left side on the drive. No foul.
And another
Calvin turnover.
Minderhout definitely looking for the foul on that one. There was a lot of contact, but officials letting them play a little bit there.
The ball control issues continue for Calvin. DeKuyper checks out, Wiegers checks back in. Coach Christian already gone 11 deep here so far in this one. Good D right there by Minderhout. And here's Blasey up and under, yes! Start with a pass by Sorrell. Gets it back to Blasey.
Man, a little chaotic possession there, but able to come away with it. Ball was tipping around, bouncing around, but Blasey, great composure by her. Gets the little hook to fall.
Sorrell on the closeout on Minderhout. Left side picks up her dribble. Gets it out to Wiegers. Setting up high ball screen down to Saul. Almost gets it stolen. Here's Lydia Saul with the right. Rebound by Hope.
Man, love that defense by Blasey. She just kept her arms up and stayed in front of her. It's so easy to swing down on that ball when you think you can get a hand on it. She didn't. She just made things difficult and knew her teammates were in a position to get the rebound.
These are the times historically, Lucas, we've seen in the last few years where Hope starts to just pull away. They're going to get a foul on the ground. Up 11, with time and some change until half is usually when they start to really put the pressure on teams.
And that foul was on LaRue, just her first, only the second of this quarter here for Calvin. So ball's going to be out of bounds, different than the last game we just called, Matt, where we'd be shooting free throws already, it feels like, just a little bit ago. But just LaRue's first here so far in this game.
Yeah, that last game was very long. That's what pushed our start time for those of you watching at home.
And we appreciate you guys
50 minutes,
hanging out with us a little bit, the patience before we get this one going.
Yeah, Leah Richards gets bailed out on the foul there a little bit. She didn't really have control of her body. So you're going to get that one on Raritan, her first. Leah Richards gets the first one. Gets the second. And this Calvin team, Lucas, last year, coming off NCAA tournament appearance, they took the L to Wisconsin Oshkosh first round, but that Oshkosh team, still one of the best teams in the country so far, as they were last year. Final Four contender.
And LaRue able to draw the foul on Sydney Viss on that one. Just Viss's first of the basketball game, and LaRue looked a little upset at that one, kind of throwing the body around saying, get off me a little bit, and officially able to calm everyone down on that one. Calvin's going to retain possession.
The sub to Smith checks in. Maynard checks out. 2-point try off the mark. That one by Raritan. Rebound by DeSmit. Going the other way is DeSmit. Moving with pace. Her ability to get the ball across half court is really helping Hope set up offense.
Such a quick basketball player, too. Keeps her head up, great point guard. She thinks the game well and can see where her teammates are.
Wouldn't mind even seeing her drive to the basket a little bit. Ooh, the pass by Viss. Saved by DeSmit. But now it's in the hands of Wiegers going the other way. Kick out, 3-point try. Off the mark. That one by Custer, rebound by Leah Richards. Right side, here's DeSmit driving with her left, kick out. Leah Richards, 3-pointer. Would have been a dagger if she got that to go. And with the left, another miss there by Custer.
Yeah, just a little too quick for it. Everything just kind of opened up. Part of the Red Seas on that one, but too strong with the left hand off the glass.
Viss trying to square up, take Raritan to the basket, and she's fouled.
Calvin fouls on number 22. That is her second.
So they're going to get Rohrer back in the game. Rohrer's got 2 fouls. See if they can finish out until halftime. This makes the front end. Hope up 14, 2 to play until halftime. The story, as we said, I mean, Calvin's 14 turnovers to Hope 7.
Yeah, back and forth affair early, but Hope able to extend this lead to 15 now, and you know they're going to keep the pedal down, want to keep pushing this all the way to the locker room.
See how Calvin answers here. Trying to get some momentum. It's Wiegers top of the key. Right side to Rohrer. Rohrer picks up her dribble. And that's LaRue on the right side, being guarded by Brunsberg. Kick down to Rohrer, fading. Another miss.
And great job by Petrulia to make things difficult. You know, Rohrer didn't really see Petrulia coming in, but able to get a hand up and just make her rethink that shot a little bit.
Corner 3 by Brunsberg, rebound by Leah Richards. I mean, Leah Richards is all over the court right now. She has 10 points and she leads Hope, but it feels like so many more when it comes to her 3 steals. She adds in the rebounds. She's been the best player on the court. Anna just can't get that to go.
Great move by Anna, able to get Saul up off her feet. Little turnaround jumper, open, but just a little short off the front of the rim. Gonna stay at this end though, as Calvin was the one to knock it out of bounds. Fresh 20 on the shot clock for the Flying Dutch.
Lydia Saul's taking a break on the bench. Calvin with a little smaller lineup now. Petrulia, yeah, good body control.
Able to kind of absorb the contact. There was a little bit of that body-to-body there, but nice touch off the glass.
Rue in the corner, gets it out to Custer. Custer on the left side. Over to Raritan. Raritan puts the ball down, guarded by Petrulia. They're gonna get
right away, kind of trying to get that hesitation. I could see what she was doing, but just held on to that ball with that palm up for too long. Easy carry call for the official, standing right there.
Really just a tough game overall right now for the Knights. I mean, all considering you're out your 2 best players so far, and Hannah Saul and Anna Fernandez. They're gonna have to make do here. Leah Richards gets another rebound. A great block by Wiegers, so they get it going the other way for Calvin. Yeah!
Trying to get a little spark here to end this first half.
Hope will hold it for the last possession, up 15. Anna Richards, top of the key, driving with the right, blows by it.
And that's just too easy for Hope if you're Calvin. That is not the shot you want to look at. You want to try to hold him there, but great job by Richards. Just found her lane and right to the hole.
So Hope College leads by 17 here in this one, 37-20. And Lucas, before we go to the break, we talked about the turnovers. Calvin with 15 in the first half. And that's really been kind of the story of the game. How has that played into what we've seen so far and how it's kind of messed up the flow for Calvin offensively?
I mean, Hope's just able to capitalize. We look at, they got 15 points off turnovers so far, Matt. I mean, that's your lead. That's your lead right there. That cuts this one right down. Able to just get more shots on the offensive end. Hope is right now, and they're just making things difficult. Hope's reach, their aggression on defense, making everything tough for Calvin. They've just got to settle down, play their own game a little bit. They've got the talent to climb back into this one coming out of the half.
Hope dominating the paint, 24-10 points in the paint in favor of Hope, and they're out-rebounding Calvin 20-11. Really the story of the game so far. Go ahead and get your dinner ready, take a break. We'll be back in about 13 minutes. Be ready for some second half action here from DeVos Fieldhouse.
Very excited about this building, and the big reason why is the opportunity it's going to bring. Growth in class sizes, classes offered more opportunity for alumni to come into the department and have a space to talk with us.
What excites me most is the opportunity to connect between students, freshmen and sophomores, being able to connect with upperclassmen right out of the get-go.
It's also going to allow students to feel connected to a building. I feel like it's going to provide like a sense of this is where I study, this is where I am talking to alumni, talking to professionals, talking to accountants. This is the place where it all happens.
I feel like this space will allow students to get creative and coming up with new ideas, not only in group settings with professors and collaborating in the classroom, but also in the shared workspaces that the building has to offer, and to come up with ideas that not only better the community, but could better society at large.
Coming into Hope, I really never thought about vocation or discernment, and it's one of the first things I learned about in my Introduction to Business course, and that really opened up my eyes to the way that faith can play into my calling with what I do in my career path. Hope's unique that it has a Christian representation, aside from just looking at business and profit and ROI, but also coming at it from a faith and moral perspective, and that's really guided me.
The most transformative part of my time here at Hope was seeing something that, from an outside perspective, seems so secular, that seems voided of the Christian faith, and how to actually intersect the Christian faith to become more successful on a day-to-day basis in how you treat your coworkers, how you respond to your superiors, how you work with your customers.
The professors create a safe environment for us to ask questions not only in the business field, but also how can we implement that as Christians. And I think as a business student, we have such a cool opportunity to play an impact on so many different people's lives. And so because of that, it's really important that we can understand servant leadership. Being able to travel down to Atlanta, Georgia, to meet the professionals at Chick-fil-A headquarters and really hear about their personal experience with servant leadership and how they're able to live out those Christian values within the business world was really impactful for me. When we walked in, we saw a 20-foot statue of Jesus washing Peter's feet, and for me that really just reminded me how much faith and business should and can go hand in hand.
Economics and business department has impacted me to a whole new level that I didn't think it would. The first thing is growth, and not only in like the knowledge and the skills that it provided me, but also the faith aspect of it, the community aspect, the network aspect of it. The way the professors and the students in the economics and business department interact is just very personal. Coming into Hope, my faith wasn't the strongest. And after 4 years later, it's the strongest it's ever been.
I feel like I would describe the business department attributes in terms of excellence, in terms of curriculum, but also their care and compassion for their students, And I feel like that comes through and hopefully will come through as community members come into the business building and interact with students there and get to see those relationships up front.
It is such an important time right now for receiving a college education, especially what Hope stands for and their mission to create an excellent but faithful student. And I think that's exactly what the world needs right now.
I'm personally grateful for the people in the community who are willing to extend their generosity to the Hope Business Department in making the building a possibility. This is something that has been dreamed about, and to be able to turn that into a reality is really exciting. And as a student who is going to be leaving, I can really reflect and say that knowing that there are people in our community who are willing to take a chance on us and to invest in our future and the future of a Christian institution who's prioritizing business makes me grateful and solidifies that I made the right choice coming to Hope. I chose Hope in the Business and Economics Department because I could sense the care that faculty and staff had for their students, and this building really just represents that it's not just Hope faculty and staff who care about our students, but it's also people out there in the community who are willing to invest in future generations.
The reality is that the college years, although short, are an incredibly pivotal time in a young person's life to figure out who they are, what they believe, and what God's calling them to do in their life. Our desire here at Hope is that every freshman that enters as a young 18-year-old, 17-year-old will leave as a senior knowing their true identity and worth is in the eyes of what God says about them as a child of God, as God's beloved, and as they are made in God's image, and that is beautiful and enough. That is what I love about the community of Hope, whether it's in the classroom, on the pitch, or on the court, in the dorm, or in chapel. They are learning that this is a faithful space, a welcoming space, and ultimately a space that is transforming them slowly but surely into what God is calling them to be.
Hi, my name is Olivia Bellows.
I'm Jalil Williams.
My name is Connor Vachon.
Hi, I'm Grace Connolly.
Hi, my name is Cole Lumen. I'm Nolan Holtrup.
Hey, I'm Gabby, and I'm a senior.
I'm a senior.
I'm a senior on the women's softball team.
I'm on the football team. And I'm a senior on the men's hockey teams. I'm a senior at Hope College, and I coach men's basketball.
But I'm on the women's soccer team. I'm a senior at Hope College, and I'm on the women's basketball team.
One of my biggest obstacles here at Hope College was my junior year. I was cut from men's basketball team, and it really shook up where I placed my identity and where I found my purpose.
I really struggled with the transition from high school to college.
Winter of my freshman year, I lost a loved one who was very close to me. I feel like this left me questioning God and feeling very lost. I wondered how he could possibly be present in a time that felt so terrible to me.
In my early years of being on the team, I struggled with letting my pride get in the way. And I soon realized that this needed to change because I wasn't talking to my coaches nicely and acting towards my teammates in a way that I shouldn't have.
Through God's word and his new calling for my life, I was given the gift of being able to coach basketball.
I realized right away how important it is to be in community, and that at the end of the day, people just want to be known, they want to belong, and they want to be loved. I soon began to meet with a chaplain here at Hope and hang out with my Team 43 rep. They made me realize that I should love myself and that my identity is not based on athletic performance nor achievements, but the impact I have on others around me.
Through the power of a sea trip and a lot of very influential people that I've met at Hope, I've learned that God is very present in every single circumstance, situation, person, place, and thing that I encounter.
My experiences at Hope have given me a deeper understanding of what it means to be a servant leader.
My biggest takeaway from being a cross-country athlete here at Hope is learning to pursue Jesus with the attitude of an endurance athlete, where you need to be consistent, you need to work hard, you know it's going to have its ups and downs, but the payoff of what you get from putting in all that work is unmatched.
Something I would share to a younger freshman or sophomore who's upcoming in the program is you can use your sport, football, or any of you athletes can use your sport to proclaim your faith to everyone else and to express his goodness. Personally, on the football team, we got a Bible study, and then before every game, we'd all pray in the end zone as a team. Just through little things like that, it just shows everyone in attendance, opponents, teammates, that God's love is everywhere.
The greatest joy of being on the hockey team is the way we grow in our faith with each other and are a part of each other's stories.
I've learned that in every circumstance, I can have joy if my eyes are fixed on Christ. I've also learned too that relationships get so much better when you're real and you're genuine and you're honest and you're open with people.
When everything is very difficult and all the pressure is on, it's okay that it's hard, but just stick with it. Never give up. You'll get to the finish line eventually, and it doesn't matter when you get there.
At first, in my role as a student assistant, it was all about me. And when it was all about me, I failed miserably. It was hard, it was unenjoyable. But after seeking God further and again, finding that purpose, I'm more fulfilled doing what I do now than any roster spot could ever fulfill me.
No matter what you struggle with, you're more than just your struggles. You're a child of God that can be used in many different ways that you might not understand at the moment.
I've come to understand that true joy does come from serving God and serving others. Proverbs 11:25 says, "The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will be refreshed." I've learned that the answer I'm looking for cannot be found within myself. I can't be the problem and the solution. I know that when my eyes are fixed on Christ, He will use me to glorify His kingdom in ways that I could never imagine.
Sports, like healthcare, requires commitment, teamwork, and excellence. That's why Hope College selected Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics to provide athletic training and physical therapy for all Hope College athletes. Get the care you deserve. Trust the team that exceeds expectations. The Holland Hospital and Shoreline Orthopedics Sports Medicine Collaborative.
Hope College leads 37-20 after one half of play, and Lucas Shelton, Matt Wayner here on this call as we see Hannah Saul getting the help she needed, and she is on crutches over there. Looks like they have her bandaged up, so don't have any information on exactly what the injury is, and I'm sure it'll probably take some pictures of it at some point tomorrow or the next day. So look for that information if you're a Knight fan and a Hope fan as well, and we hope and pray for a speedy recovery for
Absolutely.
her, as she's such a massive part of this team and really been the heart and soul. And you can see her continuing to cheer her teammates on, and she's got a big smile on her face, just hoping for the best for her teammates.
You got it, and we're going to have, coming out of this halftime, starters for both teams back in, with the exception of Hannah Saul will be on the bench, being replaced by her sister Lydia Saul, checking into that one. So just the one little switch for the Knights, starters back in, both ends of the floor as we get this one going. Matt, taking a look at some stats, we talked about it a lot in that first half. Story of the game so far, 15 turnovers for Calvin, which has led to 15 points off turnovers for the Flying Dutch. Hope only with 9 turnovers so far in this one. They've just been a little bit more patient and able to possess on the offensive end, but their reach, their aggression, it's made a difference in this game, and that's why Hope has a 17-point lead.
And you look at Hope with a 17-point lead, what do you see that you think Calvin needs to do if they're going to climb back in and break into that 10-point range?
Just need to be a little bit more patient on offense, right? We saw early on very fast pace of basketball. 9 times out of 10, that's going to go advantage Hope College. That's just something they're used to doing. Now Calvin able to do it as well, but that injury kind of shook things up a little bit. Started to see some different players into that rotation. So Calvin just needs to settle into their offense, wait for good looks, not force anything uncontrollable.
And for Hope here with 17, what do you see for them to kind of break things open and put this away as they're starting here with the ball on offense?
Keep doing what they're doing. Don't let off the gas, right? Just had, 10 to 15 minutes there of a break in the locker room to catch your breath. You want to pick up right where you left off if you're Hope. Keep attacking. Keep doing what you've been doing well, which is getting to the hole, trying to draw fouls.
Sid Viss on the drive and fading away. Just a tough shot there for her. Off the mark, and LaRue gets the board going the other way. LaRue just intercepted Darrell Rivas style for Anna Richards going the other way. Right hand off the mark. They're going to get Viss on the foul.
And Viss can't believe that one, kind of throws her hands up, but a little bit too much contact there underneath for Sid Viss. Just pushed, who was it that drew that one? I think it was Wiegers that drew that foul at that end.
So coming the other way, here's LaRue, heading up offense now for Calvin. And have the ball in her hands a lot, gets it down to Rohrer. Rohrer really quiet first half. And Lydia Saul for 2 answers the bell.
If you're Calvin, want to start stringing some good possessions together here to cut into that 17-point lead that Hope had coming out of halftime. Great
Right
job by her to
side.
get things going.
There's Anna, picks it up, gives it to Petrolia, down to Leah. Leah is going to draw the foul on Rohrer. Rohrer's third. Early in the third quarter for her to have 3 fouls, really hard for the Knights.
Yeah, absolutely, and Lydia Saul stepped into a great post role here in this game with Hannah Saul being out. Rohrer has filled that as well, so her with, up on the board, they say only 2, but I believe you're right, Matt. I think it is 3.
I don't know if they had moved one. Let's see online, what do they have? They only have 2 for Rohrer online.
I thought it was her
but
third
remember,
as well.
she came out with 2
right.
in the first quarter.
I'm pretty sure you're right, Matt. So we'll see if we can get a confirmation there one way or the other.
They just gave
so
her
it is her third.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rohrer does have 3 then for Calvin as
Lydia Saul on the travel.
Just
another Knight
continuing
turnover.
with those turnovers.
Here's Maynard now, being guarded by Wiegers. Takes that high ball screen from Leah. Oh, on the roll. She just picks up her dribble there. Here's Wiegers now going the other way. Left side, dribble handoff there to Custer. And the pass down to LaRue, gives it up, and here's Rohrer going up with the right. Gets that one down. Nice move by Rohrer.
Hope students are challenged to dig deeper.
Left side.
They're challenged to find their calling
gives it up
and
to
shape their
Anna
future.
Richards. Anna Richards
They're taught to empower their talents,
gives up her dribble,
chase their
gets it over
dreams,
to Leah.
and encouraged to make
Top
a
the key.
difference.
Here's Maynard
The Hope
driving, and she's fouled on the way up.
Can't.
Leach is going to check in here, Lucas. Sid Viss going to take a seat on the bench. As we saw in that action, Maynard just kind of probing with the basketball, waiting for her chance, and then able to go up towards the basket, and she's fouled on her way up.
And that's what she does well, like you said, waiting for her chance. It's a great way to put it. Waits for the right opportunity to go in, able to draw the foul, find herself at the free throw line.
So we get a prized conversation there between Coach Morehouse and Sid Viss, just talking about her own patience and giving her a word of advice to kind of stay within herself. You can see some of those shots for Sid. She's forcing a little bit and driving a lot to the basket, forcing a few baskets that trying to wait for her to be patient herself. Here's Calvin the other way. LaRue, three-point try, banks it in.
Bank is open on Saturday, Matt. Man, that one high off the glass.
Calvin surviving this. It's Leach, and it's stolen by Custer, knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, she read that pass like a book, Max. She was trying to jump that one, just telegraphed that pass a little bit too much. Far pass one-handed. Not a great throw, but Hope catches a break. It's going to stay at this end, 22 on the shot clock.
Despite the turnovers here, 17 for Calvin in this game. Hope just letting them hang around, and haven't seized all the opportunities to put this one away. Here's Anna, out to Leah, to Leach, puts the ball on the floor, and it's stolen by Custer. Custer picks up her dribble, gives it up to Wiegers. Gets it down to Lydia Saul, almost gets the and one. She gets 2 shots.
And they're going to get Leach on that foul coming in. That's just her first of the game, team second, and that's one of those, if you're Leach, you're frustrated by. Saul initiated a lot of that contact. Now, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of body contact on that one, but Leach tried to stay in good defensive position, but Saul just wins that size battle every time. Great take by her to find herself at the free throw line.
Hockey subs come in for Hope. Brunsberg, Stewart, Blasey, and DeSmit. That's been that second group with Leach. As we see that really be a trend for Coach Morehouse, as we've talked about here on the Anchor Network all season, loves to try to go 10 deep as much as possible. Saul misses the second, and LaRue fighting for the rebound. We're going to say off of LaRue's hands. Here's the Smith coming across the timeline, guarded by Wiegers. Beats her off the dribble, almost all the way to the basket. Kick out to Brunsberg. Brunsberg picks it up. Coach Christner wants a travel call. Here's left side to Leach. Leach driving all the way to the basket, picks it up, fading. And off the hands of Calvin, it looks like, so we'll stay Hope ball.
Great job by Brunsberg there to try to hustle that one down, but just able to be tipped out by Calvin. You're going to stay at this end of the floor. Fresh 20 on the shot clock.
Ball into DeSmit. Like we've talked about, I mean, you can really feel DeSmit's ability to get to the basket, use her speed to beat the Calvin defenders. All down, Blasey just can't handle the pass.
Here in the second half, Matt, Hope's starting to look a little sloppy on offense. Calvin now flipped the script, is making things difficult on defense for Hope College. So great job by them here. Good defensive stands, trying to cut into this basketball game.
Yeah, Hope is giving plenty of opportunities for Calvin to get back in this game. They just got to make shots. Like we said, they're just letting them hang around, They have not been terribly efficient themselves. It's LaRue. The front part of the rim, miss on that one. Leach gets the ball into DeSmit. Really slow going third quarter here so far. 37-20. And how about Calvin on an 8-4 run here to start the third? There's Brunsberg up with the left. Looks like they're gonna get Blasey on that foul there, so some subs coming in.
Yeah, Blasey just probably a little bit of undercutting there on that one. Didn't look like a whole bunch, but if you're going up for a rebound and you can't get your footing, they're gonna give that one to the rebounder every time. Want to make sure they're able to land in a good, safe position.
Richards and Petrolia check back in, and Lucas so far here, I think it's just been interesting, the environment, the feel of DeVos right now. It's just been, hasn't been
kind of
a super heightened.
Right, it's just been kind of a slow going here third quarter.
Just kind of trudging through the middle of this game. You know, normally rivalry games really feel the environment and feel the energy all the way through. But either way, Hope here up 13, just trudging through this third quarter. Top of the key, Leah Richards, right side, Anna Richards, gets it down to Bailey Stewart. Bailey Stewart, double dribble.
In a turnover affair so far, both directions, Matt, as we see turnover Calvin, turnover Hope at the other end as we head towards this media timeout.
We'll take a media timeout. We'll take a break here for Lucas Nye. 41-28 is the Hope lead here on the Anchor Network. We're back here. DeVos 41-28. Hope College leads Lucas here in this one. 4:55 to go in the third. So we talked about that slow going. 37-20 was the Hope College lead. It's just been 8-4. Calvin's been able to lead this third quarter. Here's the Kuiper subbing in now for Calvin on the left side. Looks like that's also Emma Whitty back in the game too. Left side three-point try. Custer off the mark. But Rohrer cleaning the glass.
Great rebound and finish by her, and head coach Mark Christner pleading for a foul as well, and he might have been right on that one. There was a little bit of contact underneath, but great job by her to get position.
Calvin can feel some momentum change. Sid Viss trying to answer, rebound by Rohrer. Here comes Calvin. The Knights with an opportunity to get it within single digits. Gives it up, Rohrer for two. Off the mark, rebound. De Kuiper fights for it. Whitty settles for two. Yes! And here come the Knights.
De Kuiper got away with a little off-ball shove there, Matt. I don't know if you could see that. She just two-handed shoved Petrolia there on the outside, and Petrolia's like, did anyone see this? But don't want to take away great scrappiness by De Kuiper to get that one. Able to make some things happen, tip that ball away. Calvin with a little bit of a spark now cuts this lead to 9.
Just like that. I mean, Hope kind of gets punched in the mouth here in the third quarter. And Coach Morehouse having an opportunity to talk to referee there, say, make sure that you can see what I'm seeing, as Petrolia just had her hands up like, hey, did you see that push?
Right.
So, but Hope, no opportunity to really quit on it. I mean, you just got to fight now. You got to battle and claw for everything. It's different when it's a rivalry game.
Absolutely.
You know?
Starting to get a little life in DeVos Fieldhouse now. You know, that little bit of a spark for Calvin is bringing things to life here as they're looking to continue to climb back into this one. Cuts that lead to 9. A little bit of action both sides of the ball. Hope, again, great first half. They just got to settle into what they know, limit the turnovers, and they'll be okay as well. But a lot can happen here last quarter and a half we've got on our hands.
You got to think too. I mean, for the Hope fans watching and watch this team at 10-1, I mean, it's just uncharacteristic right now, the way that they're just kind of letting this game come to them. It's not a game that they're taking. I mean, shooting 38% from the field, 1 of 8 from 3 at 12%. And the best mark you got is they've hit all their free throws. They're 12 of 12 from the line. But, I mean, Lucas, it's just uncharacteristic of this team to play so afraid. Here we are now. Hope gets the basketball and an opportunity to respond. Calvin gets that lead to single digits, and here comes Maynard driving with the left, up with the... And one! How did she get that one?
Just a prayer of a shot, Matt. That one just hung in the air for a while, kind of threw it up over her shoulder, absorbs the contact. Great job by Taryn Maynard.
Unbelievable shot by Taryn Maynard. With the left, her offhand. An opportunity for the good old-fashioned three-point play. Misses the shot, the free throw, and Rohrer gets the board. Right side, Whitty gives it up. Gets it out to LaRue. Looking for the high ball screen. Going to work on Viss. Hand off to Custer. Custer right side. Driving, dish out, Rohrer for 2, yes! Back to a 9-point lead.
Kind of an awkward pass there for Custer. Bobbled the ball underneath, but able to find Rohrer open for the easy deuce.
Left side, Maynard gives it up to Anna Richards. Anna right side. And they're going to get Rohrer on another foul. That's her 4th. So Lydia Saul immediately up and ready to come off the bench.
And Rohrer trying to force the jump ball, but smart play by Richards there. When you spin and you're wrapped around the back, you're going to get a foul every time. So great job by her to draw that foul, but Rohrer, like you said, on the bench now with 4.
And they're going to need her, that's for sure. Offensively as well as on the board. So Lydia checks back in, Wiegers checks back in. Petrolia going to get the 5 seconds call for the turnover. She puts her hand up.
Petrolia feeling like that was a quick 5 seconds, but unable to find anyone to get that ball in. Got to be aware of what's going on that count. Got to find a teammate quicker.
Here's Wiegers heading up offense. Gets it to Lydia Saul. Lydia Saul going to work on Anna. Right side. Custer, 3-point try. Air ball. Rebound by Petrolia now. Gets it to Maynard. Maynard left side picks up her dribble out to Anna. Anna been a little bit quiet in the 3rd quarter here. Having trouble getting it down to Leah as well. Just a bad entry pass there by Petrolia. Custer probing, kick out LaRue. Down to Lydia Saul. And Lydia Saul doing an awesome job down there as the 5.
Calvin is moving the ball very well right now. Right as I say that, is able to tip it away, but they're moving the ball very well, Matt.
In transition, out to Anna Richards. Maynard, 3-point try, yes! And that breathes some life into the Voss Fieldhouse.
Great find, Anna Richards to find her teammate Taryn Maynard there on the opposite wing. Maynard, without hesitation, knocks that one down.
Hope College now extends the lead to 12. It's the ball to Custer. Custer out to LaRue. Top side now to Whitty. 3-point try. Custer in and out.
Halfway down on that one, Matt. That would have been a big answer for Calvin.
Maynard with pace. Anna thought about it. Hope so much better when they move with pace. That's just Viss going up and drawing the foul.
They're going to get Saul on that one. So just her first of the game, Lydia Saul. Team's 5th now, so with just under a minute and a half to play, any more fouls, Hope will be in the bonus in this quarter.
Some call it.
That's Viss getting the first one to go. And the second. Viss with 6 points now. 2 fouls. Left side, here's LaRue. Driving, and it's stolen by Petrolia. 2-on-1. Petrolia and Richards. Richards up for 2, misses. Rebound by Lydia Saul. Right side, Maynard almost steals it. And that's Hallowell now inbounding the ball, and it's stolen by Maynard on the inbounds. Yeah, another 2. Maynard just willing her way.
Maynard, contact did not matter for her. A lot of contact there. Probably could have gotten a foul call, but she just stayed composed, went up over the top, able to get that one to finish. Great job on the defensive end and to finish at the offensive side of the floor.
Time and again, it's Maynard with the want to be here.
Absolutely.
Fisk gambles on that. Sets up the Hallowell three-pointer. Air ball. Checking in now, Ashley Raridan. Hope College with that 16-point lead now.
With the 2-second differential play shot clock here in the third quarter, you got to think Hope's probably content to just run this down, take one shot, make sure Calvin doesn't even have an opportunity to get a basket here to end the third.
Definitely, and that's Anna Richards now. Happy to just hold the ball. Coach Christner letting her. And they're just going to set up the play they want here as time's expiring. Left side, Richards on the drive with the left, blocked by Raridan. Going the other way, LaRue's got time. And they're gonna get Maynard on the foul.
Ooh, a late foul call there. I don't know if we can get a replay of that one or not, but both players kind of fighting for position, initiating contact, but Maynard's gonna be the one to come away with the foul call.
Yeah, Hope fans don't love that one. They get the inbound here to Uyghurs, time expiring. Does she get it off? Doesn't matter. This ball does not go down. 50-34 is the Hope lead. So they're clinging to it. And we're gonna take a break here. Up 16, Lucas, and here Hope College just kind of waded through that third quarter, just struggling, and we'll be back in a minute to break that down and for some fourth quarter action here on the Anchor Network.
Holland BPW is proud to support Hope Athletics and commitment to energy efficiency. It's easy for Holland BPW electric customers to get started with Home Energy 101 at hollandenergyfund.com. With Home Energy 101, learn the best ways to maximize efficiency and save on your utility bills. You also get a kit of energy-saving supplies valued at up to $300. Get started at hollandenergyfund.com today.
Hello, and welcome to Hope College. Here at Hope, we believe in the power of a broad liberal arts education where learning is not confined to the classroom. Our students get plenty of personal attention and can participate in many creative activities. At Hope, learning doesn't just prepare you for a degree, it prepares you for life.
Our academics lay the foundation for success, but it's our student life that truly brings the college experience to the next level, offering countless ways to get involved outside of the classroom. Our residential halls offer a strong community with residential assistants here to support students throughout their years of college. Here in downtown Holland, a block away from campus, there are many coffee shops, restaurants, and stores. Holland State Park is a short drive away from campus and is a beautiful...
Back here at DeVos, starting that fourth quarter action, Lucas, what are some things that pop out to you here in that stat sheet as we're getting started here in the fourth quarter?
Well, we talked about a little stagnant there from both teams in the middle of the third, but Hope able to finish things on a little bit of a hot streak there. They end the quarter shooting 50% from three, 30% overall from the field. So great job by them kind of riding the ship there as things got close. Calvin cut that lead down to 9. Hope able to grow it back to 16. Calvin's got their work cut out for them here in this fourth quarter if they want to get back into this basketball game.
Hope taking a lot of time down on that shot clock. And it's going to be a Hallowell foul. Petrolia now shooting 2.
And that's what you want to do. A great point you just made. Hope wants to bring that shot clock down, limit possessions that Calvin can have, right? You've got to really solid lead right now. Let's maintain it. Don't give Calvin more possessions than they need. Run that shot clock down, wait for a good look.
Yeah, 10 minutes may be a long time, but like you said, I mean, mathematically in this game, if you can take care of the basketball, not turn the ball over, you hit your free throws, you're up 18, and you can kind of wade through the rest of this game and kind of, you know, be left licking your wounds after a game where you really just weren't that efficient on the offensive side of the ball. Hope just 41% from the field, 22 from 3. Calvin 37 from the field, 25 from 3. But those turnovers have been the story of the game. Calvin with 21 here today. Pass down to Petrolia. She's going to work on Wiegers, fading. That ball is left short.
You got to think Petrolia was looking for a foul call on that one as she went to the floor.
Here's right side Hallowell, gives it up to Wiegers. LaRue, left side. Yes! Just as I was thinking of that, I mean, how about some of the minutes totals? LaRue has played 28 minutes in this game. Lydia Saul, 20 minutes off the bench in place of her sister Hannah. Wiegers played 25 minutes so far.
And Christner looking for a travel call, and I think Richards might have gotten away with one there. Kind of shuffled the feet to get a little bit better position, but able to draw the foul on number 25, Lydia Saul there. So her third now of this basketball game, Matt.
So she'll take a seat on the bench. They do have to bring Ryan Rohrer back in the game with 4 fouls. Kind of a desperation opportunity for Calvin to get things going.
Post presence dealing with some foul trouble now, right? It's you put Rohr back in to try to save Saul. Now she's got 3, so a lot of decisions to be made.
At this point, it's kind of all you got. You've spent your bench. You've gone to your bench. You've got, you know, Raridan's played 15 minutes. I mean, you've used who you've needed to, and now down 17. It's all but desperation time for Calvin. Here's Wiegers on the left side, gives up her dribble out, corner 3, Hallowell, loved the shot, just missed. Rebound by Raridan. LaRue, nice, up and under, just missed the shot.
Yeah, 2 great looks there for Calvin, just unable to capitalize.
Pass down to Blasey, just missed the layup.
Man, and Matt, that's when I just want to see Gulf the first time, right? She had the defender on her hip, had a step. The little pump fake gave the defenders time to get back in position and put her ultimately under the backboard where she didn't have a good look at the rim.
That missed layup kind of been the story here for Hope. Just missing, playing a little bit stagnant, a little bit afraid at times. It's not really the kind of Hope brand of basketball we're used to seeing in the last few years. Typically a little bit more confident and attacking a little bit more. Wonder how much the rivalry kind of plays into that. And an and one by Rohrer. Foul on Blasey.
And that's Blasey's third now. So both sides of the ball, the post presence starting to pick up some fouls here in this one as we're getting late into the game. 1 shot for Rohrer now.
Rohrer completes the old-fashioned 3-point play, cuts that lead to 14. Big play right there. Here's Brunsberg back in the game now with Leach. Anna Richards going to work right side to the Smith. Smith driving. So we got a new sub in there. That's Lauren Van Sumeren from Midland. Dow High School, something you're a little bit familiar with.
Fellow Charger.
It's Brunsberg for 2. Extends that lead to 16. Right side, Rohrer, yeah, for 2. Rims in and out. Love that take. Here's Brunsberg, 3-point try. Would have been a dagger. Hope now 2 for 10 from 3-point land. Picks up her dribble as Wiegers. Down now to Rohrer, driving, yeah!
Man, great move by Ryan Rohrer there. Good spin. DeSmit was there for the help defense, but Rohrer had the size advantage when she realized that, able to just get the little floater to fall.
And Rohrer's got 13 here. That post presence has been huge. Playing great. with 4 fouls. Anna Richards gives up her dribble. Gets it back, and for 2, that's pretty.
Man, the little scoop shot, just able to get under the defender, get that one to fall. Just a desperation shot there.
Hope College up 16 here with 6:16 to play in the 4th. We'll take another break here on the Anchor Network.
Place for a sunset in all 4 seasons or a swim early in the school year.
Faith Life at Hope is unique in that it takes a fully invitational approach. Hope College as an institution is decidedly Christian, but invites students of all faith backgrounds to be a part of Faith Life. We hope to see you on campus soon. Bye!
Are you thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing? Your title agency matters, and you have a choice. Lighthouse Title started in Holland, Michigan more than 20 years ago and has grown to over 45 locations. We are proud to be local in these communities. Visit Lighthouse Title for more information and use our online widget Louis the Lightkeeper to chat with someone today about how we can help you close on your new home.
Back here at DeVos, 6:16 to play. Hope College up 16 here. But our hats off here to the Knights for they have been giving it everything they have here on the road in a conference game. As both teams 2-0 in conference so far, both needing this really bad throughout the season. 2 best teams in conference really so far. I mean, maybe Trine has something to say about it. But other than that, those have kind of been the 3 teams that have been head above the rest throughout the MIAA.
And plenty of time here for Calvin to climb back into this one, but they've got to get things going now. They've got to go with a little bit of urgency, right? As I say it, Roar getting it going here, cuts that lead down to 14. So want to see them keep going with pace at the offensive end.
Go back to that well like you can. Roar has 15 now. She leads Calvin in scoring. Anna Richards, 3-point try. Money!
Can't leave her open. She, able to get the defenders in a little bit of confusion there, knocks down the triple.
Some subs coming back in here for Hope. Uyghurs, nice pass to LaRue. Kind of hezzy, in and out. And that's Grayson Guy comes in for her first minutes. She came in for the center, Leah Richards. Sorrell, Viss, Maynard, check back in. DeSmit, Viss, Brunsberg, check out.
Entering the lineup for the Knights, number 25, Lydia Saul. For the Fighting Bush, 22, Taryn Maynard. 24, Jillian Sorrell. 25, Sadie Viss.
Here's Maynard. Heading up the offense, high ball screen there from Grayson Guy. Top of the key. Viss trying to work now on LaRue. She's going up, kind of losing her body control there.
I believe they might get Saul. Yeah, they are. That's going to be her 4th now. So we've got Roar and Saul both with 4 for the Knights.
I mean, you're just going to spend all your bullets, especially in a rivalry game, as those 2 have really been the engines that make it go here for Calvin. Viss misses the first. Gets that one to go. Hope now extends it to 18. Left side, that's Uyghurs, gives it up. Good D there by Grayson Guy. And they're gonna get a foul on Guy.
And Christner upset that the near side official to us, didn't make the call. It was the opposite side of the court. Was the official that made the one, and kind of a late call on that. A lot of contact there. Grayson Guy probably was a foul on that one, but kind of a clunky call there on the floor.
Right, kind of incidental, but
right.
Nonetheless, they saw, he said hit to the face is what he saw, so will remain Calvin ball, foul on Guy. Guy trying to get that inbound. Raritan picks up her dribble. Gives it up to LaRue. LaRue right side, puts the ball on the floor, driving, nice. Good knife by LaRue. She's got 10. Maynard, what a fantastic game she's had with 13, and Viss just losing control of her body.
Again, spinning into a double team on that one. Just loses control of the ball. Ill-advised turnover there for the Flying Dutch.
Just not what you need when you're up 16 with time expiring. Reardon picks up her dribble, dish out. Custer out to the corner. LaRue thought about it, gives it up to Reardon. Driving with her left. It's blocked by Viss. Rebound by Guy, going the other way. Here's Hope. Gives it up to Jillian Sorrell. Here's Sorrell, settles for a deep 18-footer. Off the mark. Guy fights for it, good board. Alcott, top side. Maynard, corner three. Sorrell, short. Guy fighting for the board. In the hands of Insumeren. Out to LaRue now for Calvin. Insumeren, top of the key. Right side is Custer, beats Sorrell off the dribble. That one's off the rim. Back in the hands of Calvin. LaRue gives it up, stolen by Guy. Maynard pushing with pace. Nice pass.
What a pass by Taryn Maynard. Splits two defenders on that one. Able to find Sorrell. Great court vision by Taryn Maynard on that pass.
Job by Sorrell getting that one to go. Right side, here's LaRue. Up and under, and they're going to get Sorrell on the foul.
And Sorrell trying to kind of mark her territory, almost like she was taking a charge on that one, but probably didn't have the feet set quite enough there. Going to get her for the foul.
Couple subs coming in. Anna Richards, Maddie Petrulia, and Leah Richards back in the game here. 2:53 to play, up 18. LaRue gets first to go. She's got 11. Nails the second. Subs coming back in.
That's
Hope clinging to this 16-point lead, and who's that coming back in?
The freshman Adeline Nyhoff for the Calvin Knights. Holland Christian grad. I was able to watch her a little bit last year. Great player at Holland Christian, so it'll be fun to see what she can do over the next few years for the Knights.
And we see over there, Lucas, there's the Holland Christian basketball team cheering her on as I see her come back in the game.
Got them down there. I was over at the Civic Center last night. They had a great win over Spring Lake last night. The
there you go.
Girls basketball team at Holland Christian.
Many Holland Christian graduates, both Hope and Calvin, after that. So a shout out to the local basketball team. Picks up her dribble. There's Van Sumeren driving, blocked by Sorrell.
Hey, great job by Van Sumeren. Sticks with it. They're able to get it right back.
Gives up. Here's Whitty driving with the right. Nice move. I like Whitty's game. Hope up 14. Coach Christner just going to tell them to play straight up here. So Hope is going to take every bit of that shot, or every bit of the game clock as they can. So this is all but wrapped up here. Everything but a formality as Sorrell gets that one to go, just about ice it.
I know it was a 14-point lead, Matt, there just for a second, but kind of shocking. A little over 2 minutes, right? You're almost just saying, hey, we're going to sit back, let them play this one out, versus trying to keep pushing. We've seen this game swing both ways a little bit, but Calvin content to sit back, get some subs in here, and let Hope run that shot clock down.
So Minderhoud comes back in. And that's for her first minutes. Looks like that's Lily Nitz, the freshman from South Christian High School. Checks in the game as well. Whitty, nothing but nylon.
Great looking shot there.
And there's a host of Hope subs and standing ovation here from this Hope crowd. As we see a bunch of the fans standing up clapping for the starters as they come out.
Yeah, Hope empties the bench here with a 13-point lead, 90 seconds left to go in this one.
See if we can say the name of those subs. That's Sydney Bode, Morgan Miller, Lily Miller, MIAA and Bailey Stewart in here now for Hope. Right side, there's Morgan Miller.
Ooh, hard fall. Yakey over there on the side, right in front of her own bench, but she pops right back up. That was Minderhout on the foul for the Knights on that one.
So Hope up 13 here. And as we look ahead, Lucas, for both these teams, as this one's all but wrapping up here, Hope College would aim to improve to 3-0 in the MIAA. And that would be Calvin at 2-1 after this one, barring anything crazy. There's Whitty cross-court pass. That's a three-point try, off the mark there. And the putback, though, getting it to go. That's Minderhout. So here now, right side Bode. Gets it up, just about stolen there from Whitty. It's batted out of bounds. We'll stay with Hope.
Calvin fighting all the way to the end on this one with their players veteran, as we see some new subs for the first time checking in for the Knights. That's number 15, Caitlin Tolentino. Who's the other one? Number 42, Makara Obandi.
So Hope would improve to 3-0, trying 3-0. Calvin 2-1. And Adrian 3-1 behind them. So pretty tight race there at the top as we start MIAA play next week. Continue MIAA play next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Nice block by Sydney Bode. So we get a couple more subs in here as well. That's number 15, Caitlin Tolentino, the junior from South Elgin High School. And that's the freshman from Unity Christian, Makara Abande. Sydney Bode gets the foul. And that's Lily Nitz here at the free throw line. This is the first. So the Dutch will be on the road. That's coming up here as they go to Trine University on Wednesday evening. That's a 7 p.m. game. Hope at Trine for the battle of the undefeateds in the MIAA. And for
tough road contest for them to go to Trine on a weeknight for sure. That'll be a great one to tune into if you're a Flying Dutch fan.
And on the road again for Calvin. They will be at Alma next week on Wednesday night as well. That one also at 7. So we'll look ahead to that action. We'll be back then after that the following week on Saturday. So that wraps it up here in this edition of the rivalry game. Lucas, 67-56 is the Hope College lead. What were the things that stood out to you the most here in this one?
Really back and forth action. Turnovers obviously playing a big key in this one. Calvin ends the game with 22, Hope 19 turnovers. So both ways, Hope kind of evened that turnover margin in the second half there, but able to stick with it, able to just be a little resilient. Hope was, gets the job done to kind of right the ship. You know, they had that big win streak in the rivalry. Calvin knocked him off last year. Hope wanted to make sure that didn't stick around.
Absolutely, and of course, you know, the Calvin not having Anna Fernandez start this game, really, if they're able to have her back for that next one, that's going to be huge, especially in the next edition of the rivalry game, going to be at Calvin. So look for things to be a little bit better of a contest next time around. And as we see Hannah Saul through our frame here, coming through, and hope and pray for a speedy recovery for her as well. So that'll wrap it up here from the Anchor Network. A great day of Hope College hoops here at DeVos Fieldhouse. 67-56, that's the Hope College victory. And we'll be back here on the broadcast Wednesday night. Mike Coleman and I will be here for Hope Trine men's basketball on Wednesday night. See you then.